Ayubowan and welcome to all fellow speed junkies. It was race weekend here in Montreal and I'm here to share the experience with you. So get ready to join us on an unforgettable adventure as we take you behind the scenes of our Formula One race weekend here in Canada. We'll be sharing amazing experiences, but not only that, we'll give you some valuable tips on attending any Formula One event, especially the Canadian Grand Prix, and some must-see highlights just in case you're planning to be there too. Either way, just buckle up and enjoy the ride. Let's talk about getting to Montreal. You've packed your bags, you've booked your race tickets, and now you're ready to go. There's a few different options you can pick from depending on where you're going from. We travel from Toronto, so we picked the Via Rail option. I'll do a separate video on the entire Via Rail experience, so don't forget to subscribe.
Montreal.
Considering this is going to be a very busy weekend and things get filled out pretty fast, I would book way ahead in advance, but also consider these things before booking my accommodation. So what I can tell you about race merch is that there's three ways to approach this. You can either buy your merch from the racetrack, you can buy them from the city, or you can get them online. The cheapest option, of course, would be to buy them online in advance, or you can buy them from the city at a little lower rate than from the racetrack itself, or get them at the most expensive at the racetrack. If you watched our old Montreal vlog, you know that we walked around the city for quite a bit of time and we came across many shops, and we settled for something from the city and browsed around before we bought our merch. There are stores that are just dedicated for race merch, and you name any team, they have merch for any team of your preference. So yeah, there is quite a lot of choice when it comes to buying merch. And don't forget, it is also a great souvenir to keep in hand for your race weekends. So as I previously mentioned, during the race weekend, the Montreal city comes alive like no other. It has this electrifying atmosphere and there's so many things happening downtown that you can go and check out and be a part of depending on the vibe you want to go with. And there's a wide array of things to do like car spotting, street parties, street events, game booths, bars, pubs, restaurants, clubs, and even some family-friendly outdoor events that you can be a part of. And if you're lucky enough, you will be fortunate enough to spot a driver that you like in their hotels. We unfortunately didn't, but that is definitely a possibility. And don't get me wrong, if laid back is your vibe, you can always do some sightseeing in Old Montreal, which is a beautiful place. We've done a whole vlog on this. You can check it out in the link above. Okay, let's now get down to business. So the best and easiest way to get to the track is to actually use the metro. So we're now in the metro station waiting for our ride. There's a bit of a crowd, to say the least. Just figured out which way to take to go to our stand on all these boards that you see here, and we are headed to our stand. There's a 22-minute walk from where we are going, so it's a bit of walking to do. The 22-minute walk is because the race is held on an island and the entire island is shut off for the race weekend, and the only way to get there is through the metro, or unless you have some VIP access that is not in the general admission or a regular stand. Once you know where your stand is, you will take one of the two bridges and you pass a security checkpoint. There are these maps all across the venue so that it's easier for you to locate your stand. So we located ours and we headed to our stand because we want to get settled down before the actual events of the day started. And as you can say, we were super excited. But I also did get emotional at this point because it's been about 7 years since I've been to a race. And this was the first time without my family who I really missed so much.
It's gonna rain. The forecast says it's gonna rain. It's drizzling now, but like we are ready. We are ready for anything.
I can easily say that after the actual race, the fan zone is one of my favorite experiences. Unfortunately, it was not the best weather conditions, but it still was definitely a lot of fun. All fans get to enjoy so many different activities and enjoy different experiences here at the fan zone, and these are some of those.
My hair looks like a mess.
Pretty much walked the entire track just to see where we were going, and now we are heading back to grab something to eat, and then we'd probably go back to our seat because the race is supposed to start. I mean, the practice session for the day is supposed to start at like 12:30. It's 12:15. Yeah. But yeah, food first because we're getting kind of hungry. Haven't had anything after breakfast. So. If you prefer, you can bring food and drinks from outside, and we did, but we also did buy some stuff from the venue, although it was a little bit more on the pricier side.
Cheers!
Cheers.
So heavy rain just started like half an hour ago, and then we just went and like found some shelter, and then had some more snacks because we were hungry and everybody was eating, so why not, right? And now we found this little garden place and we're just seated waiting for the rain to start again. Everything is great except for the rain, but
And after this, we grabbed some more food because it was kind of getting cold because of the rain. We wanted something warm and nice, so we grabbed it and went back to our stand. And by this time, the stands were pretty full because the qualifiers were about to start. So, although we had the 3-day pass, we skipped day 1 and did some sightseeing and decided to go for day 2 and race day. So after watching that lineup and the qualifiers, we then started heading out. And as you can see, the crowd all starts heading towards the metro because that's the only way out, the same way you came in. And when I tell you it gets crowded and you spend quite a long time trying to get on the metro, so my advice to you would be either leave early to avoid the rush or leave much later so that you can get yourself out on the metro. And we did try hailing a cab from this point, but when I tell you it was almost impossible to find one at this time because of the crowd. And eventually, after a few hours, we finally got out and went downtown to grab some dinner and have a little bit of fun before we called it a night.
it's finally race day, you guys. We are so excited, but Yeah, thanks for jumping in. But yeah, it's race day, and we were super tired yesterday because we did a lot of walking that we shouldn't have. But we are here. It's not rainy today. It says cloudy. We are not hoping it'll rain, but fingers crossed it doesn't. So last night we were planning on coming a little bit earlier than right now, but we are late. But it's okay. It's not. We are not super late. We still have a few hours to kill before the actual parade and the race starts. So I think we are in a good place. We'll keep you updated. Keep watching. The sun is shining finally. I don't know if it's a good thing, but it's really, really sunny and warm now.
So after watching the race and the very satisfying pole positions, we then headed towards the award ceremony. But we couldn't really go near it because of the fences and all of that. But we went and checked out the after party. There were two stages, and it went from this. To this, which was super nice, and it was such a change in scene, but we enjoyed that as well for a little while. So we were able to avoid the metro rush because we stayed on for the after party. But we headed downtown after this. And yeah, if you do have any questions or comments about this video, please do leave them in the comment section below. We really appreciate all your interactions with the video, and it also allows us to grow when you do so. So yeah, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And I do also want to take a minute to mention my family, because this trip brought a lot of childhood memories for me personally, and it was a walk down memory lane kind of, but yeah, I did miss them so much. I do, however, highly recommend that you go and experience a Formula One race, because even if you're just getting into Formula One or a long standing fan of Formula One, the experience of actually watching a race at the venue is unmatched to watching it on TV because the energy is electric. And well, that was everything from our race weekend here in Montreal. We hope to see you again soon with another video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and take care.